Hello, this is a video about what not to do when you're hiring a contractor to remove popcorn paint ceiling and put back with a light texture. I'm going along the edge of where the ceiling and the walls meet. Notice they did not paint the joints there, and you can see a white line everywhere. They used painter's tape, but they didn't cut it in there. And also on the beams, they didn't do a very good job on the beams. It's got a real rough edge there. And if you look at the texture of the ceiling, it's real rough. All the way through is real rough. He didn't do any preparation. There's a nail hole that you can see. A pretty good sized nail hole there. And anyway, there's just a lot of flaws through here. There's more nail holes over here, nail hole there, imperfections everywhere. He obviously did no prep. Big chunks of splotches everywhere, rough areas, smooth areas, texture varies. There's more rough texture, varies everywhere. This is a tape joint here that, let me just help that. A tape joint here that should have been cut out and feathered out. He left that in there, so there's just a line that you can see there, the line there. The hallway, cracks there that weren't filled in, and inconsistent texture everywhere through the whole ceiling. Also, when he scraped the popcorn ceiling off, which I'll show you what the popcorn, this is the original popcorn look right here. As you can see what that is, original popcorn look. But he didn't use a face mask or anything, he just scraped that. He did not cover up the furniture, he did not block off the door openings. I ended up having to do that myself the next day after dust was all through the house into our computer room. Didn't keep the door shut, got dust to our computer rooms and stuff. It's just really not good. Anyway, we're not very happy, and we're going to be looking at have to bring another contractor in and try to straighten this out. But anyway, I'll show you what a previous drywall company had done to the same house and the same type of ceiling that he would have had to work with. And you can see the difference in this ceiling, how well it turned out. You don't see any variations in the texture or anything. It's all real smooth and uniform. And that's not the case in this room here, where it just varies from panel to panel, place to place. Plus, he did not cover the walls when he painted, so now we got paint splotches all through the wall here that we have to try to clean up. They're everywhere, so he didn't even bother with that. Got paint on the wood here, and there's paint and drywall stuff up there. And if I hadn't covered this cabinet here, it probably would have been all over this too. So I had the next day after coming in, seeing the mess from the scraping and dust everywhere. He'd worked like 12-hour days when he removed the stuff, so we wasn't able to see it, and we weren't around when he did the texture of it. Here's another really bad nail hole. So anyway, this is what you don't want in a contractor. So if you're going to have somebody come in to do that, make sure they know what they're doing and that they cover the walls from head to toe with plastic, and make sure they know how to put the texture back on where it's uniform and not like this. And they need to prep the old drywall before they start, which obviously he did not do in this case. So anyway, just a heads up what you don't want to get into. Even if you're going to do this yourself, then there's things you want to look out for. There's just some more of the paint lines that's going to have to be hand painted in there, because they just used painter's tape and you just took it off, and that's what we're left with. Just more problems with the beams all through there, just horrible looking. So anyway, that's all I want to say about this. Hope you learned something from it, but this is just definitely what you don't want to do with a contractor, or if yourself, with removing popcorn and trying to put a smooth texture ceiling back in this place. Make sure the ceilings are fully prepped before you start, and make sure you cover all the wood and walls and there's going to be dust everywhere, so make sure all the openings are sealed off so you don't get dust throughout the house. We have dust all the way through the entire house because he did not cover anything. We were in here when he did that. He didn't cover our furniture, so there was dust all over our furniture. We had to try to clean. So anyway, this is what you don't want to get into. Anyway, like this video if you like, share if you want, but just beware. This is what you don't want to get into. All right, bye.